Hey everyone, Heather from Hooked on Pickin' here. I just kind of wanted to share with you, what does a typical week for me selling on Amazon FBA look like? So generally my week starts on Mondays, and so Monday I spend most of Monday picking. What do I mean by picking? I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to Goodwill, I'm going to Savers, I'm going to Walgreens, I'm going to multiple stores, and basically I'm just hunting for clearance items all day long. Now, I got kiddos, so generally that means I drop them off at school at 8 a.m. and then I pick until 3 p.m. If I don't feel I have enough things for that day, then they get to go to Walmart with me and they pick with me. So a lot of times my husband will go with me because he enjoys the hunt of finding the good deals. And it's also nice because then you've got two of us scanning with our Amazon seller app to see if we can find good deals in each of the clearance aisles. So there's about 3 towns that I usually hit near me. It's about 30 minutes, about 10 minutes to one town, 30 minutes to the other two. And so I spend the majority of Monday finding my products. And we have a specific separate checking account that we use, so none of the money that I use to buy any of my inventory comes from our household income. It all comes straight out of the Amazon business. All right, so that was Monday, and a lot of times on Monday I may or may not start listing. Sometimes I'm wore out and I gotta make supper, and so I just do family life. Then on Tuesday morning, sometimes I'll still go picking just in the morning. And then when noon hits, I'll come home for lunch, and then I will start listing all day Tuesday. And generally I list all the way into the evening. And Tuesday is a day that I try to stay home and try to get most of that done. And now Wednesday rolls around, and if I am not done with my shipment, like it's not boxed up and packaged, that is the day that I deem my deadline for getting my shipment completed. Our shipping store near us closes at 6, and so I must have my shipment packaged, no matter the number of items, by 6 p.m. on Wednesday. And so making sure that you give yourself goals is a really, really good idea, so that you're not procrastinating, because every time you ship a shipment to the warehouse, that's where your money's at. If you have stuff sitting, inventory listed, but sitting at your house, it's not going to earn you any money. And so Wednesday usually is the day that I get my shipment out. And a lot of times I will ship anywhere from, like this week was a low week for me. It was about 150 items. When I first started, I would do anywhere from 60 to 80 items. But now 150 items is about my low end. There have been weeks where I've shipped about 300 items. And you have to remember, I'm not saying 300 individual items. There might be 18 of one thing and 20 of another and 10 of these things. And so having multiples of things sell is always beneficial for listing. And so Wednesday rolls around, I get my shipment out, and generally it takes anywhere from 3 days to a week for your shipment to actually be at the warehouse and starting to be processed. And it depends on which warehouse it goes to. And so some of the warehouses will literally get your shipment and have everything on the shelf, and now it's listed as active within a day of it arriving there. There are other warehouses that literally take 5 to 6 days to unload your boxes. So just be aware that there's usually about a week and a half lag time from when you actually have the boxes leave your house. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, a lot of times on Thursday, I do a lot of research and development. I work on the computer and figure out, okay, do I have missing items in my shipment? Do I have inventory that for some reason is not active? Do I have suppressed inventory that I need to just update the listing? I do a lot of that on Thursday. Every once in a while, if I get ambitious, I will go out and do a second round of picking on Thursday, usually in a town or stores that I have not hit previously on that Monday. And on those weeks, I'll make sure that I get the shipment out on Friday or Saturday, so that'll be a double shipment week. So that's usually what I do on Thursday. Friday, I usually just focus on it being family day, and I get my house clean, do my laundry, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm hoping soon to make enough money where I don't have to clean my house and maybe I can pay somebody, because that would actually give me more time to work on my business and grow my Amazon FBA business. We can dream, can't we? Anyway, and then Saturday is usually a family day. Sunday is a day that I focus on doing things at church and ministry and being with my family. And then Monday starts all over again. And so that's just kind of a short glimpse of what my week looks like. I generally say on a typical week, I work about 3 days of actual let's get the shipment out days. And then Thursday is kind of a research. I'll watch YouTube videos on how to do this, that, and the other thing on Amazon FBA. And I also learn what sells, what doesn't. And I kind of, clean up my inventory list, find out, do I need to have things shipped back to me? Am I getting close to the 6-month mark as far as charging fees or them disposing of my item? So you just have to make sure you make a list of things that you want to do each day. That's what works for me. And your week might look differently, but just make sure you make a plan and stick to it, and your business will go well. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins. Thanks. Have a good day.